Nice. We are live. What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream here. My name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. We got a special guest here, the Strong Trader. Before we jump into it, I'm going to rattle off what I always do. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. If you trade, you're probably going to lose all your money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, code RDF. Let's hop onto the charts and I will bring in the Strong Trader. What's going on, man? What's happening, Tanner? How are we?
What's good, bro? How are you? It's good to see you. Great
Good,
to
man.
see
Good,
you.
good. Now we just got our big faces up here. Let me see if I can share this screen again. And we'll take a look at the charts. Markets are open. We'll see what we got going on here, man. Nice. Throwing the link in the chat to hop in. And if you guys want to follow Tanner, he is the Strong Trader everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we looking at today, man?
Dude, so not gonna lie, I got smoked yesterday in all the chop and stuff, and like it was just a mentally exhausting day. So one thing is for damn sure, we are just bullish until we're not, and like that just continues to be the theme. And I noticed some of my worst trades lately have been like me trying to catch this short here and there or hold on to it for too long. And so I'm like, you know what? I just need time to develop, especially today, with the gap down, we're opening right near prior day low. So I've had this big level I've been watching. I trade NQ. I'm not an ES guy. So
Yep.
I'm focused on NQ. This level on NQ 21,300, it's kind of like a zone. And this thing has just been the recent like range magnet kind of. And it's not, with
Right
levels,
here.
it's never perfect, right? It's never exactly 21,300. It could be it could be a little small range, a small zone. And that for me, like this zone area is just really tough. So I'm like, all right, I'm just trying to be really objective with it. I'm like, if we keep trading below it, but then keep closing above it, bulls are still intact doing their thing. And then, of course, always, I use VWAP with my trading. So, just more information, more context. Are we trading above or below it? We're trading into it right now. So kind of an interesting zone area. But honestly, my focus today is to be patient as hell for at least solid like 20 minutes, let things play out, and then just kind of just go from there. So that's the game
Nice,
plan.
dude. Yeah, we've that's solid input. We've had like insane New York sessions, man. Like some of these some of these chop fests that we're dealing with are just super gnarly. And I'm the same as far as like waiting for the open. I usually hop on here, on YouTube, and I kind of yap for a little bit, at least the first 15 minutes, man. Like for me, my results show when I'm jumping in like 9:32, 9:33, like trying to catch the beginning part of a move, it just oftentimes it doesn't pay. It just does not pay. And
Dude, same, always. Like that's the thing is I literally I've back tested this in my data and just looked at it so much. And the problem is when you set a rule like this, like with time, where you're like, I'm going to be patient and wait. And it works, 80% of the time. Like it's like it does benefit you. Then there's like 2 out of 10 times where the market rips right at the open, you don't get an entry and you miss it. And all of a sudden mentally you go, do I want to change all this now?
yeah,
And you're like,
yep,
no, I don't. So like,
yep,
that's that's the hard part is being like, okay, like what does the data tell you, right? What does it tell you? And not give in to these one-off moments versus like the overall big picture of how many times it's actually working.
yep, 100%. It's tough. Every once in a while, you get that like pop off the open, and the market just never pulls back, and it runs, and you're like, should I just be buying off the open, like on the first move, or selling off like the first crack of the low? And usually, no, right? Like it's
Yeah.
kind of all over the map. A lot of volatility comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I find it can be tough to do, but I find staying patient helps. And along with that, like just the data, if I take like 2 back-to-back L's, like right off the open, I just blow through capital, like personal daily loss limit or whatever it is, like in the first 15 minutes, and then you watch your setup come, and like the rest of the day is this nice smooth day with all these clean setups. It's just a nightmare to sit through. So I'm a fan of waiting. I'm a fan of hanging out, just chilling out, let the market open up, gamblers and algos do their thing, kind of see what we got going on.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like even right now, we're trading into VWAP, kind of trading these key levels. This is a good potential area to try the short. And I
Yeah.
am debating it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am debating it a little
No,
bit. I'm
listen.
like,
Yeah, do
but
your thing. Do your thing. I
you
mean, the way I'm
know,
reading this, like here's my analysis chat from the start on ES. I like to jump off to the daily real quick, just take like a once over. We've been super duper bullish, obviously, US indices just ripping to the upside if I look week over week. Last week, very bullish. Yesterday, swept prior day high from Friday. Formed a bearish candle. We had that like move into the afternoon that was pretty gnarly sell off, and then we cracked back up. Today, we got a bearish candle forming down below prior day's low right now. Not all the way down near the lows of overnight, but looking somewhat weak, right? And I think if we're going to come off these highs a little bit, like right near this 6,000 level, like huge round psychological number that we traded almost to in ES, sure, we can continue to pull back. But I could also see this as like a somewhat of a support zone here, right? Area of high volume. We got prior weeks volume point of control that we really tested almost to the T in overnight and rejected. Now we're back up towards VWAP. So for me, right off the bat, the only thing aggressive that I could see would be a short, right? Like really aggressive, bounce off of VWAP, and then maybe we do crack the low from the overnight session and continue lower. But I'm going to wait and see what we do up here. I'd like it potentially short from higher, like above VWAP, maybe back down. I mean, that would be showing some strength. Otherwise, we start selling off. I'm going to be waiting to see if we start to really crack these lows and then maybe jump in on that structure. But so far, right back up to VWAP, trading above in ES, kind of chopping here. If I take a look at bookmap, which I finally got back up and running, we've got 930s, got like 150 on the book up there. So yeah, to the downside, we got some as well. This is interesting. We got like 136 on the book down around the lows and at 5,900, another like 180 on the book. So we got some buy orders resting down here. That could be interesting. Maybe we want to sweep down below that. Maybe we want to blast through it and sell off. So I'm pretty unbiased. That was a lot of back and forth. I'm pretty unbiased right in here. I'm going to hang out. I don't have a clean setup one way or the other. I think it'd be pretty aggressive to take it short. But that's the only play that I could see right now off of ES would be short back down around lows, maybe continuing this move, continuing down below VWAP.
yeah. See, I'm glad I didn't take the short yet because we're just blasting through it. This is where the time thing comes in. Because literally right when I was speaking that, I was like, yeah, this kind of looks like maybe here, and then it just blasted through, and I'm like, nope, okay, this is why we're waiting. This is why we're waiting today, Tanner.
Yep, staying patient. But chat, if you guys don't know, this is Tanner, the Strong Trader. Check him out on Instagram. He's across socials. I think he's cooking on YouTube right now. This is the dude that coached. Is it Mambir?
Mambir, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta hype the highlight. This is the dude that coached Mambir to the $2.4 million Apex payout. Insane. I think it was like at the time the largest payout from Apex. There was a little bit of a struggle to get it done. We had some stuff go viral across socials, but this is Tanner. He's got some juice. I highly recommend following him. Trades NQ. Very process focused, right? He coaches guys one-on-one, obviously what we're talking about right now. So if you're looking for that really high level, in-depth, one-on-one style of coaching, focusing on mindset, not selling you some magic system, this is your man right here. But if you guys got questions for him, feel free to ask in the chat.
What a pitch, dude. I love it. But yeah, you're right. I don't sell. It's funny when people come to me and they're like, teach me your system. Or even with Mambir, dude, they're like what was Mambir? Like, teach me Mambir's system and stuff. Honestly, Mambir traded a lot of opening range breaks, bro. Like, it wasn't fancy. It was nothing fancy. It was just he was super disciplined with it, and me helping him like stay focused on the discipline of like base hit, base hit, base hit. That's the thing. I know how it is for everyone. It's hard to do that, like, you know, multiple days in a row, months in a row, and like that's why, you know, people blow so many props and stuff because you have 1 or 2 days that slip in. So I think just implementing a daily loss limit is like probably one of the best safe ways to stay in the game longer, dude. Like, I have another client right now, this dude Brian. You met Brian, I think, at the seminar. Yeah. Brian, dude, he's had these Tradeify accounts, I think, for like 2.5 months now. And, you know, some back and forth for sure. Hasn't blown them, though. And he's like super close. He gets really close to that 15K, the big payout. And then, you know, has a couple bad days, brings it back down, but then he gets back up. So he's like, he's getting super, super close to it. And just, the ability to hold accounts for that long, it really comes down to he respects the daily loss limit, and he doesn't, because tilt is the number one killer. You can have so many good days in a row, and then, one bad day and you're toasted.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, that's really the key.
It's crazy. Everybody always, I'm assuming you got that question. Like, what's the strategy? What was he doing? Like, what's the secret to the millions of dollars in payouts? And you're like, the same boring stuff that we're working on, man. Like the process, holding on to accounts, respecting whatever risk management plan you set. Like, that's the sauce, as boring as it is. But obviously, I think you, and I know you work with Lawrence, you got a team now. Being hyper focused on that, I think is massive, man. That's what separates, unfortunately, the nice, like, continual growth up until the tilt day that brings everybody back down to square one, from the guys that can just hold on to it and keep running it up, man. So that's solid, man.
Every time. I'm gonna pull up on the side the stream. Let me mute this here so I can see the comments.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, what's going on, chat? Let's see what's up, chat. AVS, we got subscriber mode on, so it's everybody that subscribes. I try to keep the trolls. Chat, I'll give you one. I'll give you one better. This is surprise guest Tanner on the stream. I'm gonna give you guys the early indication. We might have a straight to funded 50K giveaway on this stream. We might. I'm not gonna tell you 100%, but I know we got like 30 some odd people on here. If you maybe start smashing that like button, like, the rules, form drops, random day, random time. You got 10 minutes to fill it out. No purchase necessary, but we got to run the likes up. If we see some likes start to run up, I don't know. Maybe we start giving out straight to funded accounts. This could be a fun Wednesday. We're hanging out around VWAP, kind of chopping right here on ES. We are talking to the man that coached one of the largest Apex payouts, $2.4 million. I got to hype it because it's crazy. But if you guys have questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Ruben, what's up? Kim, what's going on? Jess, Wolf, what's going on? We talked about who the guest is. Let the gamblers be gamblers. We are doing that. Let's see. Zach is saying we should ask good, important questions, but we're here trolling each other. It's all good, chat. You can troll each other if you want. Yeah, most of these guys, again, everybody's subscribers for at least a couple hours. But if you guys have questions for Tanner, now's your chance. This dude is a hell of a trader himself. Getting moved in some live in some tick trader accounts as well, something along those lines.
Yeah, that shit's. They sent me an email and they're like, oh yeah, we're considering moving you to live. We're pausing your accounts to look into it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, can I get an update of like, it's been like a week now. And I'm like, can I get an update? And they're like, oh, we don't have an ETA. You just got to wait. And I'm like, dude, and this other guy messaged me saying he's live with them and said like, they actually prioritize the sim traders more than live traders. And that's one thing that just pisses me off with some of these firms, dude. It's like, what's the benefit of going live if you get punished for it?
Yeah. Like why are we gonna hang out and pull this to a live account? Why would we continue?
What's the incentive type thing?
I think they've got to do, and I think Top One started to do that. Obviously, Top Steps now release some info on it. Got to incentivize it. You got to have some kind of scaling plan. There's benefits to just trading live yourself when it comes to taxes. So there definitely has to be something. But dude, it's funny. Like, I'm dealing with the same phenomenon of not caring about accounts and just doing exceptionally well in them with like Top Step accounts, man. And I saw that reel you posted. I was actually talking about it on my stream. It's crazy, man. And I think it's just demonstrated over and over again. The more you just focus on process, right? Take A+ setups, let them run to win or loss. You don't continue trading in accounts that you're really not focused on. The more that those are the ones that just do super well, and the more you push it, like I've been pressing these Top One accounts, kind of hyper focused on them. It could be tough. It could definitely be tough.
Yeah, it's like the more you just detach, because also too, dude, I'm really big on, I've just been doing this for so long now. I'm so big on the mental capital aspect. Like, honestly, yesterday with the chop day, I sat here way too long and took way too many trades and I overtraded. Like it was like basically a tilt day for sure. And that's the first one I've had in quite some time. Like, they still slip in, and that's why I made that reel yesterday too. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, I still have bad days slip in here and there. They're just far and few in between now as I gain more experience over time. But just the amount of mental capital yesterday, I was drained. And then, I go into my workouts and I feel like shit. I go through the rest of the day doing everything else I want to do. I feel like shit. And I'm like, dude, that's why I just, take 1 or 2 trades, maybe 3. and just then go fuck off for the rest of the day. Like literally, like, you know, go focus your energy elsewhere and stuff. And, you know, days like yesterday are a good reminder of like why mental capital is so important, because a lot of people don't realize this. And I talk about this with my powerlifting coach a lot, actually, is the idea of when we are making so many decisions as a trader, we're actually burning so much glucose and so much fuel in our brain. And people don't realize that. Like, you're making all these decisions, you're thinking about this, thinking about that. And that's why it can be so draining and exhausting. And people seem to forget that. Then the rest of the day, they're like, why am I so tired? I don't get it today. It's like, because you just made 1,700 decisions. You know, it's like, should I enter here? Do I scale here? Do I, you know? So it's like, the more you can automate it, the more you can kind of wait to press the button. Like, even now, I'm so glad I haven't taken a trade yet, because they're just going straight up. And this is the exact fucking scenario I talked about. It's like, you missed the open. You missed the opening drive, and then like, now what? I'm like, okay, well, you got to wait for levels, and we are coming into a level right here that I like. So I'm gonna look potentially for a short around here, maybe attempt it. I know we're going straight up into the air, but we're coming into this area. It might be worth it.
Yep, I'm actually looking at the same. I agree with everything that you said there. I'm looking at the same. The sweep above these like 35s. We got some liquidity here. We could go and check out the 40s, 45s, but I'm tempted on this short as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this, honestly.
Order filled.
I am in short myself. I like this one. Chat, we really didn't eyeball this one the way that I usually do, frame it ahead of time. But I am short too from 59.33, sweep above this pre-market high. This area that was tested multiple times. This could be a quick one. I'm going to manage this one pretty tightly if we start to move back down towards VWAP. We are pushing to the upside. For me, personally, it is pretty aggressive, meaning like I'm counter to this movement off the open, getting above VWAP. But I don't know a whole lot of other opportunities. If we continue to crack through like the 40s, 45s on ES here, where my stop is, this looks very strong. Looks like we could be continuing back up towards prior day value area low, point of control, you know, all that fun stuff from yesterday. So I'm going to try this one back down towards VWAP. Again, going to manage it pretty aggressively, like getting stop loss dragged into profit now. Yeah, there we go. We're pulling off. I'm going stop to break even. Yeah, I'm going stop to break even on this one right off the rip.
I'm looking to cover. I'm going to cover some here.
Do your thing. Look at that. Chat making money on the stream. Yeah, man, I'm going to hang on to this for a minute. See if we can get a crack through VWAP. Take the stop if I have to. But try to get really aggressive if I'm counter like this.
This could be a killer entry, bro. Honestly, we'll see how this falls through. But what a
order filled.
Yeah, that's a stop for break even for me.
Okay, I'm see. This is where our style is a little bit different. I'm like, I'm gonna see this through and cover a little bit if I can, as it maybe pushes down one more time. Let's see here. So I just love the rejection off that candle initially, because that's exactly my area I wanted to reject. It rejected perfectly, and I got such a good entry. My stop on this is I'm only risking $200.
Nice. Pretty tight stop.
Yeah, super tight stop. I'm short 10 micros on NQ or MNQ.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I like it.
Let's see. Yeah, so far good reject. Exactly what I want to see.
While Tanner is managing this trade, chat, feel free to ask questions. Let's see what we had going on. I know you guys are just having back and forth conversations yourself here. I see someone says my mic is low. I cranked it a little bit. I'm not going to mess with settings too much. Let's go. Yeah, like I said, guys, we might get a 50K straight to funded giveaway rolling. I don't know. I'm going to tease you guys on this one a little bit. You know what we got to do? Smash the like button. But not rolling out just yet. Not rolling out just yet. Let's see. Dude's voice is high and clear. Yours is still low. Yeah, man, Tanner, you got the nice mic. I got to talk to you after this. Mine sucks.
Dude, I think you recommended me the same one, bro.
I got some setting jacked up. Chat, you'll have to deal with it. Let's see. Team Bears, Ruben's happy. Yeah, sorry guys. I'll yap into my mic a little bit more. I'll get nice and close for you guys.
There you go.
Let's see. Wolf was questioning why I go against the high time frame trend. Yeah, for short scalp trades, I think, again, it just comes down to approach style, right? If you're going to be trading above VWAP long, below VWAP short, if you're going to trade rejections, nice sweep of this level, some liquidity on bookmap. I liked it. I get really tight on some of these, so I'm stop at break even for that. You still hanging on to this one, Tanner?
Yeah, I'm still in it. And this is the thing too. See, I'm really big on like, where is my risk? Like, if I know I have a small amount of risk on the trade, I want to let it potentially breathe and work. So that's why I am trying this counter trend trade. It's probably going to sweep me out and then continue to go here. But like, I only was up 30 points on it or so. And, I'm not just taking 20, 30-point trades. Like, I'm looking just for structure. That's the thing too. Like, I don't have like a set R multiple of like, I need to make this to this. Most of my trades are very high R multiple because I have entries like this where like I'll snipe a top or snipe a bottom, but you got to let it breathe, got to let it work. And so on a retracement like this, I'm like, all right, hopefully we just put in a lower high. That's what I want to see. And if it does, then it's going to put me in the driver's seat and I can really start to manage it accordingly from there. So, so that's why, like, yeah, counter trend, it is not the most ideal, but for me, entry wise, I'm like, after that huge move off of, 260s for NQ all the way up to 400s, I'm like, that's a 150-point move. How am I supposed to get involved in that long? Because I'm all about where do I place my stop, right? I'm like, I don't have a good logical area to place a stop unless it's strictly just a momentum-based play off like the previous bar low. So that's kind of how I like to look at it personally, and like that's why I will attempt trades like this here and there. And we were coming up into a big key level that I had personally, which was 21,400. So it's worth the stab for me to attempt.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it. And we're getting some rejection here. Even on ES, this looks pretty good back down towards VWAP. We're going to see how my stop to break even play worked again today. I took a stop at break even, and the market kept rolling yesterday. I talk about doing that, whether or not to just let the thing breathe or run it back down. I've gotten more aggressive on sizing, right? Coming in with a couple minis on ES, a little bit tighter stop. Nice. And so counter trend, I do get aggressive. I choke up on it. But yeah, man, like we talked about this in Tampa when we were all trading live. Everybody had different trade management styles, different entries. And that first day, everybody ended up making money. It was really cool to see, right? Like Isaac's quick dragging into profit. I let the thing move and breathe that day. You were taking small haircuts before you caught the banger. Like, it's an interesting way that everybody can make it work for themselves, just whatever your personality is, your style is. But I'm the same. When I get more zoomed in on these US indices, like I like clean invalidation points, right? So trading continuation on something like this, where am I placing a stop loss on ES? Where am I really comfortable with saying it's invalidated now? I think we're moving lower, all the way below, like pre-market lows, right? Like 30 points away, 25 points away. So it's tough. And I kind of take that into consideration. Like, what opportunity am I going to have here for a long? Is there anything that is going to allow me to place an invalidation, a stop where I say, I no longer want to be long here, I want to be short? And when we get a big push like that, the answer is kind of no. So here we go. Nice ES back to VWAP. This still moving for you on NQ?
Yeah, I just covered some. I'm going to cover a few more, I think, if I can get it. Let's see here. Just a few more points lower.
Nice.
Looking decent. Actually, should get 60s here, roughly.
And chat, I see you asking about the giveaway. Wolf, stop giving bad info in there. No, Winston, we did not do the giveaway just yet. We got a 50K straight to funded account to give away. Maybe. You guys know. Random days, random times. Form drops on here. I'm going to tease you guys, let you know that we might have one going. Ooh, a little bit of a rejection off VWAP there.
Yeah, look at the 7 a.m. or the 7 a.m. for me, but the 10 a.m. pop there. Oh, they're going to take me out. Oh, are they going to take me out? Maybe not.
Yeah, that's the pop off of VWAP. Made it back down for me. Yeah, that would have been decent on the way down, but I don't know if I would have grabbed. If I would have grabbed it or been stopped at break even on this last one.
Yeah, it's a tricky area. We did get the pop, yeah, but we follow through now because now we're rejecting right away. I'm going to look to cover this here if we bounce off this low too aggressively. I cover some more. Did it give me it? 65. There we go. Cool. Covered some more.
Nice.
Back to break even on my runners now.
Nice. See if
Just
you
let
can
them
push
trade.
the view up.
Yeah, I want to get a retest of VWAP down here on NQ. 340s looks like. Put some at 345s. I think I could share my screen too.
Yeah, throw it in there if you can, and I'll try to bring it on as a way to present. Yeah, okay. So I see similar structure, just NQ is hanging quite a bit above VWAP. Cool.
Yeah, this is gonna take me out though, probably here. I'd be surprised if it doesn't, but oh yeah.
Oh man. All right, we got something there, chat.
Yeah, at least
we had the stop in place, right? Stop to break even on the runners.
Yeah, I was. So I'm up 430 overall on that trade. So not bad. But yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Headline markets. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Oh, that was trading. Quite the pop.
Oh man, quite a pop. Yeah, so that's gonna be something. Obviously, nothing scheduled as far as I'm aware for 10 a.m. That's a 10:01 candle. Nothing scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern. 10:30. I know we got crude oil inventories, but that's like low impact. I bet Financial Juice will have it if we're curious to see what that might be.
Yeah, I'm trying to look right now. I'm like, I got live squawk, and it's like I'm trying to look through what's popping up.
Yeah.
Oh, something about tariffs, I think.
Classic. Somebody said tariffs.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can bring your screen in. Take a look at what you're looking at here.
Yeah, so I'm flat right. Yeah, so I think you can at the bottom. You can like put me on stage or whatever.
Yep. I'm gonna make it just your screen. I'm gonna get rid of mine. Boom. Yep. Now we are looking at Tanner's top one account.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, plus 427 on the day so far. That that wick took me out. This is the 30-second chart. No one trade on this, please. I just use it for management. Or like especially for entries. I'll use it for entries. But that initial trade was good. I'm stoked with how I managed that, all things considered, because like that easily could have been a red trade because it was such a small pullback. But I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. 427 is pretty solid. So really now it's like, gosh, it's just, we're just still in this range, right? When in doubt, zoom out. It's like you can clearly see got this nice little box here, right? So it's like, this area is just tough, bro. It's just really, really hard. So
very tricky.
That's the thing too, is when we're trading, especially like in look at the daily chart here, right? Like when we're trading clearly just sideways in these bars, right?
Yep.
I don't have a lot of edge here, dude. I'm looking for like a little sweep of this low, sweep of this high, and we're dead set in the middle here. So that's why I had another level on my other chart. Actually, I'll put some sauce. I'll show some sauce for you guys. So
yeah, man, break it down. Whatever you want to share. Again, guys, I know we got people hopping on and off. We got the stream growing. We got like 55 people on. Smash like, smash subscribe. We're hanging out with Tanner, the strong trader. I know I repeat myself for you guys that are on here all the time, but it's everybody that jumps on and off.
I'm throwing on a new screen real quick. Sorry.
Sure, go ahead. But yeah, guys, check out Tanner on socials, big on Instagram, pretty hilarious on there. This is one of the dudes out of Tampa, out of the Tampa event that we were trading live with. Here, I'll add this one to stage.
Yeah, there we go.
And again, just to hype it up, this dude has got some sauce, been trading for a while, very process focused. He's coached tons of traders to a lot of success. Most notably, I got to hype it again, the Mambir $2.4 million Apex payout, because it's fucking insane. But yeah, man, if you are interested, feel free, hit him up on socials, use code STRONG at top one. You want to support this man right here. But he's going to drop some sauce for us, man. What do you got?
So this is the trade I just took. Okay. So this is the near-term volume point of control. I know you use volume point of control, right? A little bit here and there.
Yeah,
so
I do.
Volume profile. Yeah. Volume profile. Yeah. So I learned this from a mentor a long time ago, but basically on this screen specifically, what you can see is like, see how like all this volume is starting to push this way. This is just telling like where price has been basically traded at the most within a certain time frame. So this is a 15-minute chart. This is on Thinkorswim for all you old schools out there. I just still do my charting on Thinkorswim. I'm used to it. It's clean. My eyes like it. But if you go to like different time frames, like this volume point of control changes. So if I went to the hourly here, we can see like it goes from up here. There's some down here. If we want to go to ignore all my lines too, I apologize. This is my worst. That's my worst trading habit, is having all these lines. But now you can see this volume point of control. It's this red line. It's way up here, right? This is a 4-hour chart. So I just look at it on a 15, because especially I'm intraday trading, I just want to focus on like a smaller time frame, but not too small. So this 15-minute chart, basically this 21,400 was the near-term volume point of control, and it lined up perfectly with a key level, because most levels, most like whole numbers on NQ will stall most of the time. So 21,400, 21,500, not always perfectly, but it really depends like where it's transacted the most. So for me, this volume point of control was the first potential area to look for a reject. That's what I was looking for. And even now, like on the 5-minute, we're still actually kind of technically rejecting it. Like if we want to go down to a smaller time frame on this 5-minute,
we're not getting follow through on that gnarly.
we're not getting. Oh, look at this! Like this is actually, this short is still technically kind of setting up nicely here. So, I'm not against it, like, but I just got out of a trade. I don't want to hop back in.
Yeah, same. It looks like the rejection. It definitely looks like it was some news on tariffs. There's some signs the U.S. could be interested in a deal with the EU, commenting on tariffs. But yeah, no, that's solid, dude. Really solid. I love the volume levels. I really love the volume levels. And I didn't have it in Forex, and coming over to futures, I'm like a kid on Christmas. Like I get the new toy and I'm like super hyped on it. So most of the stuff that I use outside of like simple objective prior day high and low, overnight high and low, it's volume levels. It's prior days, regular trading session hour, fixed range, and I get value area high, low, and point of control, and then prior week. But yeah, that's sweet, dude. It's really sweet. Gives you some objective stuff to look at day in and day out. And
exactly.
So chat's asking, that's on Thinkorswim. I see somebody's asking there. Handle is the Strong Trader, guys.
Yeah, at the Strong Trader.
And what? How are you pulling that, man? From those volume levels? Those are from Thinkorswim's got some.
Yeah, so this is from Thinkorswim. So I have like two. So this is like just one of my charts. So I have like 3 screens here, and I'll share my master grid, like, because I have like my one chart on the left, which is like whatever I'm focused on, so NQ most of the time. But I'm really big at looking at all the markets, and I will set all these levels before the open. So like this 15-minute volume point of control level, it shows it here on the chart, but I drew this little, if you see in the left-hand corner here, it says near-term 15-minute volume point of control. I drew that line just so I know where it is, because when I look at this chart up here, then you got to bring it back in.
Yeah, no pressure. Oh, look at that bad boy. That's the
control
center
like
right there.
Yeah, the control center. So this is all the markets: SPY, ES, NQ, QQQ, YM, DIA, RTY, and I usually have IWM here, but I haven't been trading IWM recently in RTY because the Russell is just a piece of shit. It doesn't move that well. So I have Apple here mainly because I have a swing position, a longer term swing position. So I kind of just monitoring it. But what's cool here is I can watch all these levels and kind of see either what markets are pushing harder, if there's a divergence, right? And then especially if we're coming into certain levels, like I don't hop around too much. I really actually only trade NQ or YM for the most part, primarily NQ, but also it's good to know on ES, like, right? Are we testing maybe, 5,900, like a whole number or something like that, because maybe we're going to slow down here on NQ because of that. So drawing these levels, like, as we pushed into here, I'm like, when we were watching this market go straight up initially, right when we tapped into this 400, that's why I was able to try this short, because it started to reject. And I was like, you know what, put my stop right here. Maybe look for a move back down to VWAP. That was the play I was looking for. We didn't get the full follow through. I ended up covering some right here. And then obviously this took me out at break even. But that's how I was able to manage. I'm pretty stoked how I managed that trade. Like I actually ended up managing it pretty well because of that.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, right, we're trying to digest. Does this hold? Does it not hold? All that type of stuff. So I'm just going to kind of be patient more now and kind of let more information develop, and let it prove to me what it wants to do. Right. So.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. It's definitely different than how I approach the markets. I know a lot of guys do have just their eyes on a lot of different individual indices or correlated assets, and I know you traded that way. I'm happy you broke it down for us. It's awesome, man. And I know you've talked about like VWAP being in like a different spot on SPY or QQQ and that type of
Yes,
stuff, and you kind of use that as some added confirmation, added confluence,
for
which I think is
sure.
cool.
So like that's actually a good example real quick. So like NQ, right? It's right around 21,350. Obviously on Qs, it's not going to line up with that same exact number, but like look at this. So if we just want to look bar by bar, it's basically the top of this wick. That's where NQ VWAP is sitting right here. But look at QQQ. It's much higher. So the way I use this now is like, okay, if we were to break down this first VWAP, this next VWAP needs to hold a support. If it does not, then the trend actually is potentially really changing to the downside, especially with like a trend potential move like this. So that's how I like to look at it. But if we break down this first VWAP on Qs and then hold NQ VWAP here and bounce, this is still a bullish play intact, in my opinion. I could maybe trade it back up to the volume point of control, maybe even further, like potentially higher. But that's why I like to look at both and have this master grid. I know for some people, like, oh, that's too much, but it really just depends what your eyes get used to also. Like my eyes are so used to Thinkorswim. So when I can look up at this and kind of see where everything is, it takes me 2 seconds to just analyze stuff. So it's like, it makes it easier in that aspect. So yeah.
No, it's sick, man. It's definitely not my cup of tea. I know a lot of guys do well with it. Obviously, you're an example of it. But like you said, you train your eyes on it. You find, what you have confidence using. For me, I'm like one chart. I'm like a one chart guy, back and forth on one indice. I've tried it in the past, and to me, it just ends up kind of being too much info, confuses me, whatever it is. But I think it's really cool to see like the same styles across different, really focusing on VWAP, right? Like if you're primarily a VWAP trader, you're going to use that to get these like zones of VWAP, right? Because maybe we're a little bit higher on ES than we are on SPY or, whatever it is. I think that could be really cool. But man, coming back down on this.
Yeah, coming back down. You can take over now.
Yeah, for me, chat and Tanner, I don't have too much right here, man. I'm kind of hanging. We're back down at VWAP. This does some one trade for break even for the guys that hopped on late. Tried it short. I'm actually happy that I did go stop loss to break even on that one. Hindsight capital, right? Maybe I would have. I probably wouldn't have covered down here. Maybe I would have dragged into profit as we came back down to VWAP. But my stop was. What did I have an entry down here? Yeah, that would have taken me out to the upside on that crazy move. But right back down to VWAP. Interesting. Whatever this pop was on tariff, really not getting follow through. Back down to VWAP. It does look weak. Like gun to my head, I'm looking at this short. I don't know why we have to return to VWAP. Maybe to find buyers here before we blast off. I could see this thing short, but I don't have a trade right from the middle of this. We've came above it, failed to move higher, failed on this news, cleaned out this liquidity up here, kind of chopping back down around VWAP. To me, it's decision-making time for the market. Like, are we just going to be chopping around, hanging out here? Are we going to start to turn through VWAP and sell off? Are we going to just hang out here, build a base, and then start to blast off to the upside? So I'm sitting tight, man. And like you talked about, man, I've had a lot of no trade sessions, and I'm pretty aggressive, zoomed in on the 1 minute chart. These markets are really tough when they start to get choppy. Like we've had some ridiculous sideways moves. Like yesterday was just such an example, such an account killer. And I hop on socials and I see like so many guys just red accounts blown, just tough. And I've been there like many times. I still struggle with it, but I do my best, man, to just stay patient when the market's not setting up for me. And for right here, right now, right back down around VWAP, I don't have a clean way to manage, to place an invalidation point. I don't have a super clean direction out of this thing. For me, I could see we start to push up. I think it's going to be difficult for me. I'm not going to want to short it again, and I'm not going to have a great way to structure risk. To the downside, if we came and swept some of this stuff that's on bookmap, this liquidity around the 900s, 905s, I could see that for a really aggressive long. But that would be pretty damn counter. That would be the crack all the way back above VWAP, all the way down to the lows, and then I'm looking along it. That could be tough. So this isn't great structure for me. Long story short, sitting patient, 10-15, hanging out, seeing what the market's got for us.
Just chilling, man. Just chilling.
And chat, if you guys got questions, man, we got more and more people hopping on. What's going on? What's up, everybody? Smash the like button, smash subscribe. This is Tanner, the Strong Trader, across socials. Let me throw that banner back up. I've mentioned it. I teased you guys a couple times. Maybe we get some more likes rolling. I don't know. Maybe we drop a 50K straight to funded account giveaway. I'm not sure. As you guys know, random days, random times, form will drop. Somebody wins live right here. Give you guys about 10 minutes. But shout out Top One Futures for supporting that. If you want to support your boy, use code STRONG. Tanner's code is STRONG. And yeah, if you want to check them out on socials, again, I try to repeat myself because I see we got a lot of people that hopped on and off. Got like 60 people back on now, but cycled through. Yeah, you want to check him out. This dude has coached a lot of traders to a lot of success. He's working with a team now. Very process focused. No magic strategy, magic approach that, you're going to get sold, that type of deal. Unfortunately, I think we're in agreement that none of that stuff works. I wish it did, and we could just pay a couple bucks to get that. But it's the hard work. It's the process. It's really creating a solid risk management plan and a really consistent approach for the market. But appreciate everybody hopping on as always, man. Let's see what the chat's got for us. You guys are all over the place. Markets are a joke today. Purple, I'm guessing that was VWAP.
Yeah, purple was VWAP.
Okay, purple was VWAP. What was the blue line? Or the blue?
The blue line. Oh, that's just a 9 EMA. That's the only other indicator I have in my chart. And honestly, I don't even look at it that much. But like for relative strength overall, like we're just kind of chilling above the 9. Just tells me we're still strong, right? And so it's a decent indicator in that. But that's the only other one I have.
Nice.
Yeah.
Up and away. Bulls put this. We just sit here, do nothing. Yeah.
Chilling.
Market goes down overnight, hits the scam. Somebody says for the market. Yeah, man, it's been tough. Again, like, it's a blessing and a curse to be a retail trader, but it's a blessing. We don't have to be involved, man. We can sit on our hands, and if the market's not setting up for you guys, just chill, do your thing. Obviously, not a suggestion or recommendation to do anything, but man, like socials have been tough to look at. I hop on X, I hop on, Instagram, and people are struggling in that chop, man. And it could be tough. And I get caught myself there. Don't just venting. Don't mind me. Yeah. All good, man. All good.
Dude, I hate X, bro. I hate Twitter so much. It's
yeah,
just like,
me too.
Every time I go on it, I'm like, God, it's just such a cesspool.
It is.
just nothing good comes out of it most of the time. It's funny too when you start to learn like why people do that, because the whole way to grow on Twitter is engagement. So it's creating drama and controversy. So it's like people just talk a bunch of shit all day versus, showcase actually good things for the most part. There are some people that showcase some good stuff on Twitter, but in the prop space, so much of it is like, shit talking this and this guy's better than this and that. And,
I'd agree. It's straight engagement, straight drama. I'm not a fan. I'm the least bullish on X, Twitter, out of all of the socials. Obviously I'm here on YouTube every damn day, trading live. I do the YouTube long form, the short. I love Instagram. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a hellhole over there most days, but I do get a good feel because you get a lot of like P&L screenshots, and obviously not everybody's being honest. They're not posting all the red days or even most of them. Which doesn't have a great read, but after like a really choppy day, I can almost always, or like a lot of fake outs and expansion, I could almost always picture before I open it, I'm going to see a lot of red. And then I do, and I'm like, damn, man, I knew it. Like this was tough.
Yeah. It happens, dude. Even great trader, like really good traders on there that you're like, oh, that guy's rarely ever red. He's like, oh, it got chopped up today. And you're like, okay, cool. You're human. It's like even the greatest traders still take losses, still screw up, man. And it doesn't matter how deep you are in the game. Like you're gonna see it no matter what. And I think that's a big misconception from people. They're like, oh, once you become profitable and you're this awesome trader, you're just never gonna screw up again. And it's like, no, dude. You just screw up less. That's the only thing that's different. Like you still screw up, but it's just not as often.
Yep. Exactly. And I think that's the misconception a lot of times, that you just like flip a page one day and that's why I say it. Like everybody asks, when did you get profitable? And as if that's like, you wake up one day and it's like, now I only make money. I never deal with tilt. I never deal with emotions. I don't have a bad day. I never make mistakes. And it's all roses and rainbows. And I think it creates like this really difficult expectation that people are always searching for. And even as they start to grab onto some small consistency, they want to like beat themselves over the head when they have a tough day. And it's there. It's
Mhm.
there for everybody, man. Same with like professional athletes. You think like top guys in their profession are going to be on every single day. No, man. We're doing something really difficult here. So if you could be
Mhm.
patient enough with yourself, right? Like high expectation, but also recognize like you were talking about, you had a decently tough day yesterday. Like I was dealing with connection issues and a bunch of BS myself Monday and yesterday, and I had super tough days. I just brought that into my my space as I'm trading. And it happens, man. It happens. And I think
Mhm.
as more guys share that, be a little bit more just kind of open about it and say like, yeah, man, you could like even the best guys, like you could make crazy money, do super well, a lot of consistency. You're still gonna have red days, and you're still gonna have tough days where you're like, I'm not happy with how I traded today at all. Like I did not perform well.
Yep, exactly. It's just being able to bounce back. You're able to bounce back from it, I think, a little bit faster. It becomes a little bit easier to do it. And I think the thing is too, like yesterday I made that reel on honestly, like because yesterday I was just so mentally burnt from just doing too much. And one thing I'm really big on, honestly, is actually taking time like to reduce the noise in your brain. So I actually do like to like meditate and like be calm when I can, but that's because the other side of my life is so extreme. I'm
Yeah.
this, I'm this competitive power lifter, just always like amped up on caffeine, and like I love EDM and dubstep and just stimulus, stimulus, stimulus. So I need to actively like take time to be like, okay, I need to like meditate and like just breathe and chill, smoke a joint, just relax. Like I need
Yeah.
to actually schedule time to do that. And I noticed I haven't been doing that much recently. And that's why I kind of felt was super chaotic yesterday. So I went and I made that reel yesterday, and I was like, dude, you know what? I'm going to go smoke a little bit of weed. I'm grateful enough to live pretty close to the beach. I went by the beach and I literally just sat there and just meditated and just breathed and just did
Yep.
it for like 15 minutes straight and just got my brain to calm down. And it felt so good to do that. And I'm like, okay, like this is a crucial part to, like, I guess just to my mental health, right? To get clear, to get clarity. And I feel like enough people don't proactively take time to do that. They wait till the last minute where it's just overload, and they're like, I need to relax now. So I guess my advice to everyone out there is like if you can schedule time to proactively like kind of decompress your brain and whatever that looks like to you, right? It's whatever just clears your brain and makes you feel good and just calm. It actually makes you a lot more clear on the charts. Like today, like I feel so good today trading and just calm. I can just tell. I'm not like, where's my trade? I'm anxious here, eager here, all that type of stuff. I'm just like, let the market show what I need to see, and if it doesn't show that, that's okay. Like you just wait.
Yeah, it's solid, dude. It's solid. I think that's the sauce, man. Chat, that's the sauce. I'm gonna like post this video afterwards because we got good conversation rolling here. Not to like hype ourselves up here, but dude, I think so much focus is placed on strategy, on the next tool or indicator, what the market's gonna do, and so much is neglected with just ourself, right? And you got to know
Mhm.
yourself, right? Where you, like you said, like super hyped up, jacked up, like very intense across like a lot of other areas. Got to find time to like bring it back down, chill out,
Yep.
just whatever it is for you. And yeah, man, after you do that, come into the charts like fresh. And dude, I'm like, I did the same thing today. I did not do it yesterday or Monday. Just had very stressful days, and I ran 6 miles around my block. This morning listening to like reggae music, which I don't like usually do, but I was posting a reel. I'm like, oh, Sister Nancy, like that song's dope. So then I put like Bob Marley playlist on, and I'm like just relaxing, a little bit of meditation, type of deal while I'm running. And to like do that and spend a little time with my wife in the morning and then come to the charts fresh. I'm like, I'm like happy. Like it's going to be a good day, whether I have to take L's. I'm clear. I'm like not focused on this P&L number, focused on needing something out of the market as we're kind of chopping here for VWAP. I can sit patient. It's such a massive edge, such a differentiator of what kind of day you're gonna have. So I second it, chat. I would find something in your life. It's a stress reliever. I would know yourself a bit, like Tanner's talking about here. If you're the super jacked up, intense person, maybe you got to bring yourself down. Maybe you're super laid back and chill, and you got to have a cup of coffee. I don't know. Wake yourself up. But just find that balance. And yeah, it's such a huge differentiator on what kind of day. Like when I come to the chart stressed and like no morning routine, pissed off, something's going on. Like yesterday, I didn't have bookmap running. I'm trying to like I'm get the YouTube bookmap stream. Like apologies, bookmap. I couldn't get it running yesterday. I had to use the bootleg version. It's like it's terrible. It sucks, right? You're stressed. Like you can't focus the way that you want to focus. Ooh, here we go, cracking through VWAP.
Yeah, now we're doing something.
Let's see.
You got prior day low right below VWAP though, so that's a hard part of these areas. You know, it's like right when we get the first crack, everyone's gonna want to hop in and rush it, but.
Yep, I'm sitting patient on this one again, chat. Like I don't have a clean setup. I took one full size short, stopped at break even. Maybe I would have done something a little different on a different day and grabbed small profit, but we didn't continue. We didn't crack through VWAP like I would have wanted it, and we wicked up like crazy, which probably would have smoked me here. So not a lot of opportunity for this session for me yet. Yeah, here we are. A little bit of a rejection right at prior day low, sitting at VWAP. I'm going to stay patient on this. And I don't know, man. Do we pull back up on this?
I just got long.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you think we're going to keep faking out and maybe pop?
Yeah, I think that was a fake out. I'm gonna cover this real fast if it doesn't do exactly what I want. So far, it's doing exactly what I want. So
nice rejection from
get
ES as well.
A little bit more here. Be really tight with this one.
While Tanner is managing this long, I see someone asked. This is the Strong Trader. We got a bunch of people hopping on. What's going on, guys? Smash like, smash subscribe. We got special guest Tanner, the Strong Trader. Check him out on socials. I won't give his his resume again, but great insights. Appreciate you guys, man. Being self-aware. Yeah, absolutely. Instantly back up. Story of the day. Missed my stop by a couple ticks.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Does live trading add more pressure or more discipline? Are you still managing this one, Tanner?
Yeah, still managing it. It adds more discipline for me, at least. Because I feel I trade so much less like aggressively when I'm live. I don't know why. I'm just more. See, that just took me out.
Yep.
And but I manage better too. Like that was like I just took a $50 loss, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I trade a little bit better live for sure. Because I don't want to be as aggressive. Like even there, I just sized down on that because I was like, I'm already green on the day. I don't want to like give back too much if I'm wrong. And I think it was a good attempt there for that trade. I probably should have let it keep going, but.
Well, we're gonna see right back down on it. You want to share your screen? You could show us what we're looking at on NQ.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could see it. This one is looking like sellers want to try it again, at least on ES.
It does finally start to look like it's doing what it wants to do.
Take us if you don't mind.
So basically what I just did is right back down to the bottom of this range. We barely overshot this little liquidity right here. I got long, like right around here. I was looking for the full follow through, like all the way up to like 20s potentially, like break of this high. And it just came right back down, and I had moved my stop as it started to work. So I just didn't want to risk it too much.
Yeah.
And then now, like, we're rejecting again that volume point of control. This whole area right here, right above 400s, is the volume point of control area I showed earlier. So it's, and now we're breaking down below VWAP on ES. We're right back down into prior day low on SPY ES. So it's just still a tough area. Like I gave that one shot there, but I don't want to get involved again. Like that was one decent little attempt.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know how much more I want to get involved. Probably just still need more time. I bet you a little bit closer to 11 a.m. we'll probably really see more clarity. And for what it's worth, YM's breaking down. We got RTY breaking down. So the other markets are starting to break down, which could influence everything else. So we'll see. Just got to give it some time.
Yeah. Nice. I like it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for breaking it down.
Yeah.
I think that style is really interesting. Like getting involved, right? Like no hesitation, like right when you see it. The
Yeah.
thesis is this thing's gonna bounce right here. Like
Yeah.
let's see it, let's see it pop. And then if it starts to come back down on me, like very small win, very small loss, and you keep,
Yeah.
making yourself available for that movement without like
Mhm.
taking huge L's or getting caught in trades. It's pretty aggressive, man, but it's cool. It's really cool to
Yeah.
see.
I like
The
this. So see, now this looks like it's gonna work, but I don't. I want to be patient because this is a classic. Like I don't want to repeat it yesterday. We're just like get super
Yeah.
chopped up,
Yep, yep.
So I'm
Where we
like,
start
I'm
trying
just gonna
it, keep
wait.
trying it. Yep.
But this is the classic, like right here. Like I got long here, it never actually broke my stop. Came down here, ends up holding. I would not be surprised. I just see this is gonna go now. Like I would not be surprised to see that. But yeah, reclaiming view op and ES. Yeah, this is looking good.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. This to me is just a hangout deal. I've watched now too many, and maybe it is a little recency bias. Like I've just watched too many chop days, and as we
Yeah.
start to break to the upside, hold VWAP, looks good. Like I want to jump in, ready to roll, right back down, sweep the lows. Okay, we're breaking down, looks good. Taking everything out, seller strong, volume, and then right back towards VWAP. So I'm cautious on a move like this where we are literally just chopping back and forth. We're dead set at VWAP on ES.
Yeah.
I'm just in wait and see mode, and it kind of sucks because I know I'm not going to get whatever move comes right now, right? Like we start to sell off, we start to pump aggressively, like I'm not in it, and now I'm also stuck waiting for some structure to start to form.
Yeah.
But yeah, you start getting involved too many times here, burn that capital, like you said, burn your mental capital, like
Yeah.
make 47 decisions, and then you realize like 11:30 comes, there's plenty of hours left in the day, and now it's just kind of clean and doing its thing. Like you're
Yeah.
I've been there so many times. I think so many traders are. You want to trade the open, want to trade that volatility, but if it's just choppy and like just not setting up, not really doing anything, burning through it before we actually start to get some nice movement or whatever your setup is for trading is just not the way.
Mhm.
Not the way.
Yep. One of my favorite sayings is clarity of price comes with time.
I like that.
So
I
just
like that one.
with time, it gets clear. It gets so much more clear as the day goes on. And especially using some of these like big I'm really big on time just in general. Time, oh, here we go. We're starting to break down here.
Yep.
These time milestones of like, I think like 10 a.m. super important, 11 a.m. is super important. After really 11 a.m., dude, 11:30, I just don't have too much edge anymore. And I'm like, you know what? Usually it's time to shut it down for me personally. And by then too, you'll normally know if we're set up for just mainly just a range day, or are we actually going to be like a trend day? Like yesterday was a good example. By the time it was like 11:30, we were just still chopping in a sideways range. There wasn't too much. We eventually did break way, way later. But by that time, like, dude, I'm not trying to be at the screen. So it's like, that's also why I like to have like kind of these windows of opportunity that make like the most sense to me.
Yep. I like it, man. I think it's a somewhat of a limiting piece, but it's also like, where is my edge, right? I'm watching the
For sure.
same time, same time every day, right? I'm not trading the entire day. I know what market structure price action looks like on really low time frames. And also I'm not just opening myself up to continue trading on. This does look like we want to break a little bit to the
This
downside.
does look pretty weak.
I don't have anything from up here, man. This would be like continuation. We got highest session now, like 21, 22 points away. Right at VWAP, I don't want to have a stop loss. I think we could pull back up there, pull that BS, take everyone out one more time, and then continue type move. So
yeah, it's just still tough, dude. I'm like, where's
I'm hanging.
ES looks good though. It is breaking down. It's getting weak. All the other markets are weak too. Like,
yeah, we're hanging on this one. Well, chat, listen up, chat. I think it's time. I think it's time for that special time that I know a lot of you guys are waiting on here. We got a ton of people on the stream. We've had like 200 people hop on and off. Got 71 people on here right now, 50 likes. You know what we got to do, chat? It's giveaway time. We're giving away a 50K straight to funded account. But before we drop the form, we got to bump these likes up. Good morning, Ryan. Welcome. You just made it in time for the giveaway. Ryan's on here almost every day. We got 71 people on here. We got 51 likes. There's been over a couple hundred on here that have hopped on and off. So I know all of you can smash the like button. It's the only thing I ask for. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can leave. You can hang out. You don't have to fill out the form. Everything's free here. Free 99. But if you want this form to drop, I'm going to ask Let's get 90 likes, guys. Let's bump this up to 90 likes. We will drop the form. We'll give you guys 10 minutes. Get it filled out. Someone will win a 50K straight to funded account with Top 1 Futures. Start smashing the like button. There we go. Yeah, you guys are going to run it up pretty quick. I can see it.
There we go.
Smash the like button. We got a bunch of people on here. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Form will drop in the chat. Just don't spam it, guys. Nobody be that guy. But it's giveaway time. Let me throw this in the chat. Fun to do the giveaways. Smash the like button, guys. Sure. We will we'll give away the 50K account while we're hanging out on here. And again, you guys have been yapping a couple of decent questions. But if you guys have any questions for Tanner, go ahead and ask away. Let him rip. Is Tanner from Florida too? That's the last one from Nate. What's up, Nate?
Nope, from Southern California.
There we go. Get to be traded nice and early.
It is 7:36 a.m. right now.
Nice.
Dude, you know what's crazy is do you know any traders that live in Hawaii?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know one trader that lives in Hawaii.
No,
because you'd have to be, the hours are insane. The market opens at what, 3?
Completely the other side of the world.
Like, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's like I used to do the Forex thing, and for some reason I wanted to trade London session. I did it a little bit just out of necessity because I was working. But yeah, dude, waking up in the middle of the night to start trading is just not the vibe, as the kids say. It's not it.
Not the vibe. It's not the vibe, as the kids say.
Cali's cool though, because you get it done in the morning, right? Like you got to be up early for it, but you really get it done.
I might try this long one more time here if this holds. Let's see.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Tanner's looking long, peeps. He is on his Top 1 Futures accounts if you guys want to check it out. Code STRONG if you want to support him, as he maybe rips it long. We're going to see.
We'll see. I'm really cautious right here.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy on the rejections. So
yeah. ES is still coming lower right now. Chat, as you guys know, I don't want to just keep yapping it, but smash the like button, man. Giveaway is getting ready to go live. You guys got to smash the like button, run it up. We're going to drop a form. Somebody's going to win a 50K straight to funded account right here, right now from Top 1 Futures. Happy to do it. But yeah, jump in at any point, Tanner, if you're gonna take a trade. But we'll see if we got some questions here. Just logged into 3 different accounts and smashed the like button. Yeah, that's cool.
There you go.
That works. Dude, that's a real one right there. Tanner, how long have you been powerlifting? Ever done a bodybuilding show?
Oh wow! Who said that? You're my favorite person. That's my favorite question. I've been competing in powerlifting for 9 years now, and I'm long.
Order filled.
I've been competing in powerlifting for 9 years, and I've been lifting weights in general for 14 years. I've never done a bodybuilding show because powerlifting is just what I fell in love with. Honestly, I fell in love with powerlifting because of in college, I wanted to compete in something fitness, but I went to UC Santa Barbara, which is a crazy party school. And I was like, I don't want to diet and stuff. I want to drink with my friends. And then I found the powerlifting club there, and they're like, yeah, you can just get really good at squat, bench, deadlift. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I was already decent at deadlifting at the time. I deadlifted like 500 in college or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll try this. And then I just fell in love with it, bro. Like just fell in love with it and became my favorite thing. And yeah, it's like I want to do a bodybuilding show, but now I've just progressed so much in powerlifting. I'm like, I don't want to give it up. So it's like, it's not like I'm giving it up. It's just a big shift. It's so different, like going from powerlifting to bodybuilding. So yeah, one of these days though, for sure, like it's on my list. Absolutely. It's on like something I plan to do. I definitely would love to do a show one day. But I'm going to keep competing in powerlifting until I'm broken. That's the plan.
Nice. And for the chat, what's the PRs? What's the deadlift? Where are we at?
Yeah, so my last meet was I competed in January this year. That was my best meet to date. I totaled 1708 in the 242 weight class. I squatted 601. I benched 402, and I deadlifted 705.
Insane, dude. Fucking insane. I mean, like obvious question, but you feel that you bring a lot of discipline and from that training day in and day out for years to hit those milestones, how long that takes, like to trading.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely part of like how I've built my brand for sure. Let's see if I cover some
Yeah,
here.
go ahead. I don't want to. We got a long
No,
hour and
you're
a half
good.
of
You're
journey
good.
right now, guys. Go ahead,
Yeah, you're
manage
good.
away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I've built my brand really. Like the whole idea behind it. I'm like, you know what? If I can build the brand around just like what I know process wise, right? I'm like, come in, do what I'm supposed to do, day in and day out, not worry about the outcome. That is like the whole essence of strong trading. Like the brand that I've built is like, it's just about the process. Cause I never go into the gym day to day and be like, like, oh, like, do I want to move this a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I don't go in the gym every day and I'm like, I need to deadlift this. Like I need to max out today. I need to do this today type deal. I just go into the gym every day and I'm like, what's my program say? What do I have to do? What's on the agenda type thing? And from there, like that is just what I do day to day pretty much. I don't like how this is rejecting here, dude.
Yeah, I know. There's a great answer to the question. I know I'm quizzing you as you're managing this. But
No, it's okay. I'm just like, because this is a really key point where I'm like, it's either going to work right here or not. Yeah. So I'm like, do I just cut it? Do I move it to break even? I think I'm gonna move it to break even, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Nice entry though. You did get the crack. Not the immediate push. This is wild to watch NQ on the 30-second chart, man. I
know it's pretty crazy.
I'm straight shooter. You're a fucking madman for being on a 30-second chart with NQ. Of course you're intense across the board, man. Like that's straight action. But how long have you been trading on that? You've been watching NQ 30-second probably for a while now, right?
No, and honestly, like I don't really just stick with 30-second. I usually move it to 3-minute. Okay. It just, I don't know. It just like for this, it's a little bit more entertaining, I guess, per se. Yeah. I hate getting, and I'm like skilled enough to where I don't get super caught up in these low time frames. Like see that, like I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. So break even trade, decent attempt, but it's just this such a key area here. So I'm looking for all these little like liquidity points of like, where is it going to sweep, right? And what I screwed up on here is I should have put my order right here at this sweep. I just put it a little too high and it took me out. But usually I enter on the 30-second and then I move over to a 3-minute to manage for the most part. But again, since I'm already green on the day, I just don't want to give back anything. So I'm like being extra aggressive with my trailing and stuff. And I wanted to see a pop. Like that's really what I wanted to see there. But
you started to get it. But you as you entered on that one on the 30-second, you'd scale out of some just above like the as we started to break out, you scale out of some just above that area and then like hold the corner.
Okay. Yeah, because market loves to seek out liquidity. So you can even see here, like we literally like came up to this high perfectly, right? Like equal highs, and then we failed. So it's like that market loves to prey on that type of stuff. And the fact that we didn't get above this right now tells me this actually might come back down lower and break. But again, it's still tough. It's in this range. So I don't want to try too many times here and just get a little bit more information. I did like on the 5-minute chart, this is my whole idea initially, is we were looking so ugly here that if we barely swept this candle alone and started to come back up, we could probably reclaim this wick and then maybe go for this wick. That's what I was looking for. So that was like my idea. But now, of course, like I said, like, this is,
there it is.
This is
grabbed it and came right back down.
Yeah, exactly. This is looking weak now. So
looking pretty weak. Sure.
Let's see.
Nice. Well, chat, we got some likes rolling out of you guys. Let's see what we did. 79. We're almost there, guys. Smash the like button. We'll drop it right now. I won't make you wait till 90. We'll be extra nice. But this is the only time I'm not going to make you guys wait. Let's get this rolling. We will drop this form in the chat. I'll pin it. This is going to be for a straight to funded. There we go. Somebody hit the like button. Straight to funded 50K with top 1 futures. Form is dropping right now in the chat. There it is for you guys. Go ahead and get that filled out. Shout out top 1 futures if you want to check them out. Link is in the chat as well. Code STRONG if you want to support Tanner, who is the guest of this one. Let's go ahead and replace the pin message.
Much love.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Appreciate you coming on, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Really fun to I love trading with other guys and just kind of watching their approach, their system.
Yeah.
It's always just I try to take so much away, right? And we always talk about like, or we were talking about it earlier, being like a student of the game, right? Like not pretending to be this guy who's got it all figured out and is never gonna make another mistake. And, I think it could be really useful to watch somebody who's experienced and doing well continue to take these shots at these trades, be able to manage, actually put themselves in the market, be able to manage them without just continually taking L's where someone maybe is going to DLL getting involved there.
Mhm.
And then also staying disciplined to not just let the thing, chop you to bits. So
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm really tempted on this short now, but again, it's just like it's just still it's still stuck in this area. I mean, it's like, and
yeah,
that's what we talked about earlier too. It's once it goes, you miss the move. So trying to figure out the time. The timing is the hardest part of trading, dude. Timing the
yep,
trade, like especially when we're in a little range like this, it's like you just need to take clues from what's happening. And like what's happening is the lows are being bought and the highs are being rejected. So it's not really telling me enough information of what I need to see. So I'm like, I don't really want to get involved again. Kind of just
yeah,
wait.
no, I see it. Yeah, for me, I've got nothing on this right now. I've been a little bit more from the extremes, a little bit more reversion style, like taking that short back down towards VWAP
Mm-hmm.
and maybe through.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like that again for me because there just wasn't a lot of structure up above, right? We're kind of
Yeah.
sweeping these little pre-market highs into like the
Yeah.
35s on ES, right back down to VWAP. I got a nice clean validation level, right? If we continue to
Mm-hmm.
push, can we come back down? Yeah, but there's nothing up there, and I like that for my spot. Now back
Yeah.
down here around VWAP as we're chopping, it's kind of like taking the from the middle of consolidation for a break to the upside or break to the downside, right? You can
Yeah.
you can do it, but it can get difficult because we can just wick around for longer and kind of longer than anybody can stay liquid in these markets.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. This is just dude. It is the chopper. And honestly, it doesn't surprise me. We have no news today. We had no
okay.
news yesterday. The market's waiting on tomorrow and Friday because there's news, I think, in
Mm-hmm.
data tomorrow and Friday. So if this type of action surprises anyone, look at the econ calendar. It's really actually like a cheat code in terms of like sometimes like understanding these types of days. One actually big thing I love talking about is setting expectations for the day. And I know some traders are like, oh, you should never set expectations, but I'm like, set expectations for like the worst case scenario so you don't go in guns blazing being like, I'm going to long everything right away, hold it for a
Yeah.
whole trend day. It's like, no, there's no news on the calendar. We have big news, Thursday, Friday data. We're consolidating in a daily range. What are the odds this actually trends today? Probably pretty low, right? So I set my expectations for smaller moves. So I'm like, if I get a bigger move, I'm like, cool, that's awesome. But if I get the smaller move, I'm not shocked by it. I'm not like, especially all this, I wouldn't be like shocked about this whipsaw right here because I've set my expectations going, okay, the econ calendar, not showing much today. We have news tomorrow and Friday. We're in this daily range going sideways. So my expectations are sideways chop for the most part.
Yep. I do the same thing. I talk about not coming. I see a couple guys ask, guys, forums live. You got we're going to give you like 5 minutes. Get it filled out. Don't spam it. Don't fill it out more than one time. Somebody's going to get the giveaway. But I like to do the same thing. I try to stay. We're starting to break down a little bit here in ES.
Yeah, we are finally.
I, uh, I try to stay unbiased coming into the session, but I do the same thing. And I talk about that usually
Mhm.
at the beginning of my streams. Like, have we made these massive movements and now it's a no news Monday, nothing going on, and then we
Mhm.
have big financial news at the end of the week? Are we super surprised by a choppy type of day? That's kind of what we got going on today. No red folder news at all. We got red folder news tomorrow and Friday. We've had some larger movements in the market recently. VWAP chop kind of just bouncing around, not really doing anything for New York session, especially when that's been a trend that's developing over and over and over again. Not terribly surprising. So I think, like just like you said, setting expectations, right? Being cautious, not coming in and saying, we're going to sell off to the bottom, smash the sell button, or we're going to, strong long bias, longs only, start hammering it. It can be helpful. I do
Yeah.
like to like temper it and not say, well, today I think we're only going to chop. So I'm like not going to, put trades on when I see the market start to move. Or today is the breakout day. We're close to this level, like longs heavy, huge stop losses. Like, I
Yeah.
used to come in just too strong of a bias, listening to like too many talking heads. But
Yeah.
just kind of understanding where we're at, right? And you
Yeah.
can see it a lot on US indices. If you watch ES and NQ day in and day out, they are a little more often than not. Let's say not predictable, not super consistent, but slightly more often than not. Before we have red folder news and we've had large movement, and it's a no news day whatsoever, maybe a little bit of chop, right? Maybe it's not a huge breakout trend day where we just run to the moon. So yeah, I'm a fan of that as well.
Yeah, back to the chat here. Nathan, been strictly bodybuilding and lifting for 6 days a week for the last 3 years, was an athlete in high school and college, etc. I love that. That's awesome. Really, it's just time, dude. Like and that's like my same philosophy again with trading is I've been trading for 5 years now. I've been lifting for 14 years. There's a reason why I am as strong as I am because I've been super consistent with it. Like in 14 years, my flex that I do love to flex is literally in 14 years of lifting, 5 days a week. The biggest break I've ever taken in one span of time was 2 weeks off, and that's because I went to Europe with my friends, and I was 24 years old. Took 2 weeks off. Other than that, like yeah, I've taken like a week maybe here and there, or like like 4 or 5 days. But it's just a part of what I am and what I do, and just the byproduct is, and the outcome is I just get stronger over time. And so with trading, it's kind of similar. Like you do need to take days off here and there, but for the most part, I've been at these damn screens every single day for over 5 years. So it's you get better at the skill with time, and it makes sense why you do, because you're just practicing it. You see things different. And it's just time in the game, and you'll notice that with all the best traders out there that are really like have been at it for a while, it's just time in the game. Look at this dude, fucking pushing right back to the highs, dude.
Right back up,
up, bro. This is why I was like,
listen, this is tough markets, chat, for sure. Everybody on here, yeah, yes, it's ugly on the 5 minute. I want to comment on what you just said there because I think that's solid. But guys, if you're trading this, again, no financial advice, no suggestion. There's a reason that I've been so just kind of sitting around, not taking a lot of trades on these lives. It's just not setting up clean for me. Like there's these small movements, and if you're hyper scalping, maybe you could find it. But like that started to look like the breakdown on ES. We broke, retested VWAP. We had sellers come in. We had some decent volume there, starting to come outside of it, and then here we are, immediately 11 points off the low, cracking VWAP to the upside. So this is tough. But yeah, dude, like I agree with you 100%. There's no substitute for just
Order
time
filled.
in. There we go.
let's see it. Let's see
Let's
this snipe, dude. Let's see this snipe right here, bro. I'm gonna let this one play out.
Yeah, do your thing. No substitute for time in the market. Chat, listen, forum is live, guys. I'm gonna give you guys like 2 more minutes. Get the form filled out. Let's say 10:55. Yeah, 10:55. I'm going to close it off. We'll announce a winner, a little random number generator. We got Tanner, the strong trader, on here. He's short NQ, MNQ. Seeing if we can't get a push back down through this consolidation. This fucking choppy market.
This is insane. I won't even be mad if it takes me out, dude. I'll just be like, okay.
No. I mean, honestly, if we start to go, I think that one can go. Looking at bookmap on ES, there's a lot building to the downside. There's a little bit right above at the 30s. And when I start to see a lot of orders stack up on the book like that, like back to back at the 20s, 17s, 16s, 15s, like that looks like fuel to the fire to the downside if we can turn. But
and that's why I like this potential I like these 420s because also retesting VWAP on ES. So I'm like, all right, if I'm going to try it here, it's a small little loss if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So it's potentially worth the stab, and this is where you just let it breathe. So now I'm on the 3-minute chart. I'm not gonna be looking at 30-second. I'm not gonna manage this. I'm just gonna let it trade. Takes me out. It's okay. It's just these markets, man. Can't really do much about it besides just let them do the thing.
Yeah, but again, managing risk like pretty tightly, right? If you look at like risk per trade that you got on there, the stop loss sizing, it's nothing crazy. You're able to take lots of those small haircuts, and still come out red, green, and survive, right? I think that's a big part of it too, right? If you're gonna be aggressive, be cautious hammering full NQ contracts, right? Put
15 full size NQ contracts.
15 full NQ contract, guys. If you follow Tanner on IG on the Strong Trader, he's got a hysterical reel that went viral that was like, you can change your family lineage. You're one full port away.
You're one full port away.
NQ contracts at the open. It's hysterical.
It was one of my favorite ones. It's just that's why I love making videos too, because stuff like that, I'm like, dude, I make a video like that and I laugh at it personally. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say,
oh,
you're
this is
probably
gonna be
laughing while
great.
you were making that one, right?
Yeah,
Like,
just cracking up, bro. Fucking just hilarious.
yeah, love it, dude. All right, guys, we are coming up. Tanner's in along. We're gonna see what this choppy ass market does for him. Yeah, we're gonna let
I'm
this
gonna
one run
short.
for a second. I'm gonna get ready to clip this. Last chance, guys. Form is in the chat. Fill it out. Give you guys another 30 seconds here. We will pick a winner here in a minute. We're gonna give away a 50K straight to funded account with Top 1 Futures. Someone will get funded right here, right now. Appreciate everybody hopping on the live sessions. As always, thanks for being here. You don't have to do anything. Free means free. But if you're enjoying the stream, smash like, smash subscribe. Follow my boy here. Got some juice. He shared a lot with you guys.
Order filled.
That's it.
Here we go. Hey, listen, man, that's it.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Considering the action, bro, I'm still green. I'm like, you know what?
100%.
May get a little bit more clarity around 11 a.m., but I think it's good. Like I'm trying a good area. That's like I showed you that at the seminar too. Like I try these risk reward areas where they're really low risk, but if they do work and I finally get that push, I'm in the driver's seat right away, and I'm like, let's go. So you know, it is what it is. Like, and I've literally tried shorts most of the morning. We've just been going up. So,
yep. No, it's solid. It's solid, dude. And again, like really cool to see just a different style. Very aggressive on the entries, but from these key points. And just like you said, small haircuts. There we go. Kind of popping.
There's the push. Yep. There's the ripper.
That's the drive. Yeah, dude. This is. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's gonna like come right back down.
Dude, bulls. I'm telling you, dude. This is the thing too. It's people get so caught up in like, okay, we have to turn here. It has to do this. But if you want to be so just black and white about it, dude, we are fucking bullish. Like the market just keeps going up. So it's like, yeah, I know I've been trying some counter trend trades here and there. I've been trying some counter trend trades here and there, but again, it was just all about location. Like I'm still green overall. I'm managing risks. It's, you know, I'm trying at decent spots. I don't know where the market's going to go. I don't know when it's ready to turn. All I can do is know my areas where I have really low risk and potentially high reward and then execute accordingly. So,
Love it. Chat, it's time. It's time, man. We're getting sauce on the stream. Coming out green. I'm stopped at break even on one trade for negative $5.60. But I'm still doing these off to the side. We are going to close this off. So I'm trying desperately not to dox everybody on my stream. We are gonna stop these responses. We're gonna pick a winner right here. Boom. We're gonna save that. All right. We got 69 responses from you guys. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Good luck. We are going to pick a random number here. Let me make sure it looks good. Remember, if you spam the chat, the form, you filled it out more than one time, you're not going to win. Don't do that. Let's see if anybody did it. There's always one. Or there's been one recently.
Always one. Someone just got to fuck it up for everyone, dude.
Someone's got to ruin the fun. Honestly, this looks pretty good. I'm looking at it on the side. Wow, I think you guys did really. Everybody was very well behaved. I don't think there's one duplicate. Wow, great job, chat. we got a great community here. Great job, chat. All right, guys, here we go. We have random number selector. We have to pick between 2 and 70 because that first one on the Google form is nothing. Let's go. Here we go. Number 32. Number 32 on the list is. Let's see. I can't pronounce this name. Frederique. Let me try to get it right. Frederique G. Frederique G. Congratulations. You are the winner of a 50K straight to funded from Top 1 Futures. You will get an email. I'm going to drop the YouTube username in chat. See if you're on here. Let's see. Boom. Congratulations. Yeah, it's actually your full name. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you're on here. Congratulations. You win the 50K. Let's go. Yeah, shout out Top 1 Futures for supporting that giveaway, supporting the stream. Super bullish on Top 1. If you guys haven't checked them out already, I don't know what you're doing. Straight to funded here on Project X. It is the screen that you're looking at. That's Tanner's platform. A little bit different setup than mine with the components. Kind of cool to see. Just a little bit of a different layout. But if you guys want to check that out, link is in the chat as well. If you want to support the guest today, code STRONG. I'll hype that one more time. But congratulations. Yeah, man, couple of trades on here. Great conversation. Yeah, congrats. Look at that chat is hyped up. Hella congrats
Let's
in here.
go. Let's go. Let's
Very nice.
go.
Very
Love
nice.
it.
And yeah, guys, great conversation here. Thanks again, Tanner. Where can the people find you again, man? Shout it out.
Yeah, mainly Instagram at the Strong Trader. I do have a YouTube and X as well if you guys want to follow me on there, but mainly Instagram is my number one spot where I try to respond to as many DMs as I can. There's a lot in there as I grow, but if you ask me genuine questions and I see it, I will respond. So
awesome, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, before we wrap it up, remember, we're here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Smash like, smash subscribe if you want to check it out. You don't have to do anything. Free means free. We're going to have more guests. Tanner's got some juice. I don't know. This was a first one. So thanks for coming on, being the test dummy.
Yeah.
This was great. I'm genuinely going to clip this one up and post this. This was awesome conversation. But I got a bunch more traders coming on, different styles, different approaches, a whole bunch of different guys and girls. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. Remember, guys, no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an idiot from YouTube yapping about trading for entertainment purposes only. Read CFTC Rule 4.41. Read the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says we're biased. I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, all this fun stuff. Tanner, thanks again for being here, man. We'll wrap it up right here. Hope to have you back on, man. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, bro,
Again.
for sure. We'll run it again for sure. Maybe we'll get me, you, and Lawrence. I'll get Lawrence on here too.
Oh, dude, I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah.
I think the chat would really Lawrence stands on business, man. He's great. Like out in Tampa, some of those questions that he was asking and kind of like talking about back testing versus not. He's and he's been doing numbers, right? Like he's someone who's really
he's crushing. I think he's
growing,
up.
dude.
He's up over like 80K in payouts this year so far. Yeah, he's crushing it, dude. I mean, he's a great trader. So
awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tanner, for being here, and we'll see you guys next time.